What is the engine's name, Daddy? His name is Edward. Why is he sad? Let's start from the beginning. Once upon a time, there's a little engine named Edward. He lived in a shed with 5 other engines. They were bigger and stronger than him. The driver will not choose you again. He wants stronger engines like us. Oh, hello. Why are you so sad? Maybe would you like to come out today? Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Nice morning board you got there, Thomas. Yeah. Wait, I'm a recording? Okay, never mind. Never mind about that. Well, that's how it all started. Right. Hello guys, welcome back to Dragon Ball 2.0. And today... No, this is not a book review. No. This is a show review on Tom's Events show review. Now then, this is for the 80th anniversary. Yes, I know I am late to this, but the month is almost over, and I need to get this review out by sometime in about 2 more days' time. Right, as I'm recording this, it is Thursday the 29th. So, right, so without talking, let's get into it then. So, what is actually Thomas is actually about? So, you heard about the title already. It's called Tom. The main character is Thomas, and also his friends. So basically, we got one essential character, and then there's also other characters you have to meet as well. So that's what the title is. So, what is this show all about? Is it just about trains? Well, it is, but it's a go ahead into the big, more deeper meaning than trains. So to discuss this, we need to go back to where it all started. The Railway Series book, written by Reverend Andre, and is about 4 or 5 illustrations, and also we will discuss the Christopher Andre books as well, and then the whole history of the start of the TV show, and now was up to now. So, to start this, Reverend Andre started writing Reverend Andre started writing in 1942 during the Second World War, and is for his son Christopher Andre, who is very bad with measles. And so Reverend Andre decided to cheer him up, and he did start writing his own books. And with the help of his wife, and he able to start publishing his first book in 1945, just after the Second World War has ended, which is called for Free Railway Engines. So basically, it's not Thomas, no, it's Edward to start off with. And Thomas hasn't been created by Reverend Andre to the year after. after he created a model of the J50 for him, and which is the son started naming him Thomas, and so that's how he got the idea for writing Thomas, and so yeah, and basically his illustrator Vision of Pain started writing him as drawing him as a E2, but because he's a southern region, definitely the Reverend Andre, I think he did not agree to this idea, but he decided to run on with it, I think. But yeah, but that's how it all started with the books, and Reverend Andre continued to start writing into the 26th book, which is called Tramway Engines, which is the last book written by him in the Railway series. His last book is like Alan Solo and his people and his railways, which is now a really rare book. So yeah, Christopher Andre pick up where his dad went off, and he started writing his own books into Railway series number 42 in 2011, and yeah, that's how the books actually ended off with. And then the TV series comes along. Into TV show started off in 1988. Hold on, let me just have a look. Never mind, 1984. Not far off though, but 1984 is the start of season 1 of Thomas and Friends, or also known as Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Also back in the day, used to be called that, but now they change. But then he'd take over and then change the title to shortly to put Thomas and Friends. So yeah. Well, they started off with the pilot, pilot episode. The models of Thomas and Gordon is different to those what we got now though, but not too sure what happened to the models, the original models. No, they could be like one of those scrap engines in the backgrounds, like in the scrap yards, or maybe they just, I don't know, maybe. But I would say the pilot and also the Dynamite episode what we got now is so much different. Like, almost recognizable, but not so much recognizable. But anyways, let's get into the history. So the original model series goes up to the switch to CGI. Where entertainment goes switch to CGI, and start off with Hero of Wales, and then season 13, and then go forward season 16. Mattel brought Thomas, and basically they hired a new area. A new writing team and all the new animated stuff. So start out of season 17, it goes stronger, and the writing is so much done brilliantly, and the writing is so much better than in Soto's Legends of Lost Treasure. In season 21, it goes a little bit down the hill. Start off the downhill to Big World Big Adventures area, and then it goes way down, and then suddenly in 2021, in January 20th, 2021, the show has ended. In the last season, 24th season, on the 75th anniversary. And the last show aired in different countries. Then the show officially ends in 2021, January 20th. Which is sad, but the Big World Big Adventures area is like really bad. I would just say that, and if you're a fan of this show, you will get what I meant by that. So, and now we got All Engines Go, which is, I would say, the worst area of the show by far, and also is going to be ending pretty soon, which is actually right now. Actually, is ending now. I mean, now I don't know what Mattel is going to do with the brand, so maybe carry on merchandising, I suppose. But I'm not too sure. But now then, now I finally finished the history of this show and the books. Now let's get into what it's actually about, because you guys are just waiting for what is this show is actually about. So we got so if I think I did tell you a minute ago that the title, it says Thomas and Friends. So we got the main character Thomas, right? The show is a main character character of Thomas, and yeah, he has a few growth in like every season. So depends on which area of the show you're talking about. I would say in season 1 through to 7, we have seen some growth in Thomas. In season 6 or 7, it's sort of in the middle, but we were talking about that. But as for Thomas, basically he started off with cheeky, but then as the show goes on, Thomas is actually getting more mature, and to start by season 3 and then 4 and 5, he's already getting into maturity. His cheeky side is still there, but he's actually more grown up cheeky, but not like kid cheeky or something like that. But season 6 and 7 is sort of in the middle, but in the last episode in season 7, I think it was the last episode or something. But I remember Thomas did put aside having his raspberry birthday, then decided to help the children, and which is a nice trust for him, because at the end he gets a medal. And basically that signifies the end of the classic area. But Thomas has shown so much growth in it. Then in most later CGI series, they do this again, but they started getting into the point now where Mattel started to butt in there and then make Thomas come into the plot or something, into Thomas's the title main character again in Big World Big Adventures. Okay, well, the thing is, you don't have to have Thomas in that situation. Not all the time, you know. Like what is the difference? Okay. Now, getting to the other characters. Now, there's lots of characters in it. In it as well, we got like Edward, Percy, James, Hank, Gordon, and Whiff, Scruff. And there is a lot of characters in it. I just gotta be focusing on the main characters. It has more develop. No? So basically the original Steam team. So like Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, and Emily. So yeah, and also maybe Doug O'Donnell or Douglas Oliver. So yeah. So Edward, what's his character? So Edward is the oldest engine, and he can give good advice, and also he does push himself. So watch Edward's exploits. It's so amazing. I mean, watch that episode and then come back to this episode. Come back to this video, and tell me what do you like about Edward in that episode. So yeah, Henry. So basically in the books, Henry is Henry's whole arc in the books, and also they did adapt this in the show as well. And basically, Henry, in his old shape, in a A1 experimental A1 Pacific, used to be A1 Pacific, experimental one. And basically, he has the shortest firebox, so it makes it harder for him to burn up steam with using America coal. So the fire controller has to do is to brought Welsh coal so he can feel better. And it actually works. And then until we got the Fine Keeper accident, Henry comes back in a black fire body. And it is actually really good for him because basically he doesn't have any like fire problems at all. So basically Henry's arc in this story is basically the moral is if you don't like, let's say if you're struggling to find a cure and basically and then you find something that it actually makes you work. So yeah, I forgot what the word is, but if you say something in the comment section, that'll be brilliant. So yeah, but the mess of the books and also the show as well. He started did a bit grumpy and stuff like that. But in the TV show, we got like Henry's Forest episode, and there is this side of Henry that is actually really kind, and basically I like that episode. If you talk to the Reverend Andre, yeah, he would not like that. But anyways, go and watch Henry's Forest episode, and it is actually really good. So yeah, Gordon is also like the main character is grumpy and stuff like that. Mainly he doesn't want to pull trucks. He wanted to pull coaches, but as that TV show does come on, in the books, basically he has his own character arc, and basically he has his allies with Thomas, and also he did finally pull the Queen as well, and basically at the end of the last Christopher Andre book, he finally being retired from the Express. So yeah. So basically, Gordon has a counter arc through the through the books. As for the TV show, yeah, he did have some good moments with Gordon, though. Like for these accidents, like crashing through the station wall at Cook Ruin Station at season 5 episode. And basically his character stayed the same. No, but he does have some kind moments as well. Like respect for Gordon episode in the Hit era. And also in one of the episodes of the Hit era, I think it's season 8. There's a season 8 episode where Gordon accidentally take on Mosh Cole, and then Hermie has to take Verica Cole. Then at the end, they both had to swap tenders. So I thought that was actually really kind of him. So yeah, and it's actually really good. So watch these 2 episodes. No, by the way, James doesn't have like a counter like persona. No, it's not into like season 3. They have this counter persona about showing off his paintwork, and he's actually stayed the same throughout a whole show up into the CGI area as well, and his character moment does shine as well, because in Journey Beyond Solo he went out to the mainland and looked for Thomas. Like, wow, okay, yep. And also in Thomas in the tree episode, James was terrifying as the tree. Thomas went up and saved him, and James actually apologized to Thomas. Yep. And so yeah. And basically James is a bit of a show up, you might say that. So yeah, okay, Percy. Percy is a really interesting character. Now, he is a little bit similar to Thomas, but not really that much. He is cheeky and stuff, but he was my best friends with Thomas as well. Started off with like season 6 or 7, and basically they're not best friends in the books. Like not more than for enemies. No, so yeah, but what Percy likes in the TV show is pulling in the mail, day and night, and he did came up with compass with Gordon, with like Percy's accidentally was like stop on the same line as Gordon. Gordon was about to crash into him, and then Percy just went away, and basically accidentally just thrown onto the ditch. Then Gordon has to rescue him, and then he nearly gets almost got killed by the landslide, and then almost got killed by a bordered, and okay, what else he did? Oh yeah, almost got killed by the landslide, and almost got a dinosaur first on top of him. To Mary comes along and rescue him until Brave. What else? So yeah, but oh yeah, and also he did crash into one of those trucks. Though, and also getting stuck in a ditch, and have a race with Harold. Yeah, there is another character in Percy. I mean, wow. I mean, it's so much stuff happening with Percy, though. And now, Toby. Toby, basically, he's old and wise as Edward, but wherever the engine, he is given advice to, just ignore him or say something, and basically he just go to watch and just let the longer engine try to sort things out, and then just waited for him or her to give up, and then just to help him. So basically his character is just like, he is old and wise, but you just ignore his advice, and then he will not help. Will just block you. So yeah, but he has his moments of shine as well. Like Toby's typo for is something, and Mavis has to go and rescue him. And then what else he did? Oh yes. In start of season 17, his coach, Henrietta, finally has a face. She has a face. So basically in the CGI area, both of them do have a personal relationship with like Toby and Henrietta. I'm not saying like they're like officially a couple, but they are acting like actually like the old couple though. But yeah, but in the CGI area and also the hit area as well, there is like a fair side to Toby, which is mostly people don't even like. I mean, why? But that's a whole different story, though. Now then, Emily. Emily is an interesting character. First started off in season 7. She wasn't introduced in the books at all. It's just a TV show character. So Emily got introduced into season 7, and basically she was like a mother figure. And basically she did stay that way for not very long until the hit area basically make her a bit more mean. Why? And then to the CGI area, did go back to her old personality though. So that's good enough. So what moments with Emily? Well, she was like concerned with Henry though in one episode, and also she did tell Thomas and Percy to not be rude to Salty though. Yes, and also plus she did carry a huge like earth ball or something. Like, okay, what is an origin on that one? But yeah, I think that's it. And also she finally get her number 12 in season 24. That's it. That's basically just her character. No, basically she's just a really kind engine, but mix up with but in a mix of like different areas of the show. So yeah. Now then, there is another characters, but I can't mention all of them in this video because if you want to see my ranking video, go ahead. I will do the new one soon as well. Don't know if it will be in parts or just a full video. But one day I will do the totally new making of the Thomas characters. So yeah, but I like to say thank you for the Reverend Andre and the whole Reverend Andre family, Bridalkov, David Mitton, also the narrators, Michael Starr, George Carlin, and then Michael Angelis, and also all the narrators and also the voice actors and the directors and everything. What they finally made a piece of art, which is Thomas, and also some rubbish stuff also in the mix, but what comes out of the ashes actually makes the whole show even better than as it stands. Thomas will go on in every sort of way, whether it's by fan-made stuff and also in the TV show, the books and everything. So yeah. So this is the end of this review. It is a 10 out of 10 stars. This is the end of a review. So, what is your thoughts on Thomas Offense as a show? And do you like it? Do you not like it? Please comment down below, and I will see you guys soon. Happy 80th anniversary. Well, late anniversary, but in anyways, just enjoy the video, guys. Okay. All right. This is Dragon Boy Tobino signing out.